know if you can see, but I have freckles on my lap. Oh.
No.
But she's going to hop down. She doesn't like me talking. I'm fine. She'll probably start howling.
Oh, I clicked the wrong Annie Troe video.
Uh-oh. I need the live one.
Yeah, you're live.
Okay. Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. This is part 2 of a Gaggle of Geese. I'm looking for title ideas. If you guys have any, leave them in the comments.
You can see Freckle walking.
Okay, so you're leaving?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I mostly painted the background last time. I did mess with it a little bit. I don't know what that is. I'm never happy with my backgrounds, usually in the beginning. And then I put a couple geese on it, and I like the background better, but I'm still not sure if they're all too similar value or not. But I'm going to get more geese painted on and then maybe adjust the value after I see what it looks like when it's all done. Emily's here with me tonight.
Hello.
There's a lot of reference photos. They're linked in this video's description. I put them together in Photoshop. So that's 3 or 4 photos worth of geese. Okay, Emily, I'm going to scoot it over because we're going to work on the geese on the left-hand side. And I've got cat hair on me. Oh. Let's see. I might mess you up a little bit there. I think I can do that. That's not too far off to my left. So I'm going to work on this goose.
Okay.
And then probably this goose if I have time.
Okay.
Okay, so my colors, just to review, I don't think in every video, oh, here, I know what you can do when you have a chance.
I will.
Oh, you know what? I didn't check the speed.
I kind of did when I was checking when I transferred stuff to me. It said it was good.
Okay, I meant to. I've got it on my
do it right
phone
now.
And I've got it on my, well, your phone's older, so it might not.
Oh, my phone, well, I mean, if my phone was pulling, if my phone's pulling 3, then you're fine. 300?
Oh, true. But I was just saying, older phones won't pull as much. Mm-hmm. Speed. Okay. I'm using sort of primary colors. Quinacridone Magenta, Cad Yellow Medium Hue, Phthalo Blue Green Shade, Mars Black, and Titanium White. And I just got paint on my brush handle. This is a reddish brown, a purplish brown, a warmer brown. I mix the greens. A lot of times I'll put black in the green to mute it down some, or some yellow. And then orange, mostly cad yellow, a little bit of quinacridone. Okay, I started on the eye a little bit just because it's fussy and you guys can't really see.
We've been cut in half, but
Since
still
you-
100 and some change is still fine, probably.
Well, that's what you get every time, isn't it?
No. Yeah, once we start, yeah.
That's interesting.
But I got 300 when I was just transferring files.
Huh. So we're talking about my internet speed. It's supposed to be a gigabyte.
1,000 gigs.
That
It's a terabyte. Right?
It's not a terabyte. It's
not
it's
terabyte.
gig internet. Gigablast.
It's fiber.
It's fiber, and they call it gigablast.
Oh.
So it's 1,000 megabytes. Pretty sure. You can Google it if you want. But we don't, of course, depending on the device, and like my computer is much faster than my phone, no matter where I am in the house. And we buffered the last 2 times. So we're trying to figure that out. I'm going to work on the beak because in theory the goose feathers go over the beak, but really I don't think it would matter because those feathers are so short. So I'm working on the goose on the left there. Well, what's interesting is this goose has like a white on its beak and this one doesn't. That one kind of does too, but it's at a different angle, looks different. I don't know that much about white geese, but apparently they're not all the same. Well, I'm sure they all have their own personalities and a little bit different look, but I thought they'd all have the white or the clear part on their beak. Mm-hmm. So the table is set, and I need a drink. I'm dry already.
Well, let's see. So far tonight, Marty came early to the chat and said that she would be late. We also have Cindy, Dee, Deborah, and Alice.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. This is a number 4 round from Princeton. Oh, and my light. So it's hard about combining reference photos. The light will be from different directions, but my light's coming from the top right. Maybe I'll just stick it right there for now. My curly sun. If I wanted a brighter, here, let's do this. Since this is in the sun, maybe we'll paint it white. And I should get a little bit brighter orange when it dries and I come back over it. If you celebrate Halloween, tomorrow's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Emily's making all kinds of yummy things and I get to just show up and eat them. I should maybe even skip breakfast, save room.
You do whatever you want to do.
So in theory, all that would be in the sun. This might not be needed. It's not that dark a color. Oh, if you're new, the base color is yellow oxide and white, pretty much 50-50. It's not completely even. I don't know if you can see, but it's a little darker down here than it is up here. I just wanted to get some paint. Paint on the... Oh, this is a cradled wood panel from U.S. Art Supplies, 12 by 36 inches. So they're kind of blending. It's not quite dry. It's sort of a combination of a little wet on wet and a little scumbling. Oh, we watched, if you were with us last week, we watched E.T.
Yeah.
It was good. I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah, that's held up.
And it held up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of it. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah. That's how it is for most of the things I watch. Is like, what? I don't remember. I'm going to take a little quinacridone, a little orange. Oh, Drew Barrymore was so cute and little.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to zoom in on that goose. Oh, that's kind of lighter pink. Maybe we'll... When I don't know what to do, I like having a reference photo for help. Oh, and it just popped down on me for some reason. I wonder if I accidentally touched something. Some of these geese have blue eyes. I mean, that's pretty dark, but light blue eyes. Some of them, they look pretty much black. So I'm making them, here, let's set this down. I'm making it, well, that one's not completely black. Let's see if I can aim and lean. Sorry about the wobble. I think you can see that. I'm giving them a little depth to their eyes. But there's brown and blue in there. I don't know if you can see that if it's too close.
Chase popped in with his $9.99, his little goat emoji.
Hey, Chase, man, thank you so much. Let's see, I was going to do part of that beak. Excuse me. I need to start thinking about snowmen.
Yeah, it's already that time of year.
Yeah. Well, and I only sold a handful of Halloween ornaments, which is fine. I brought some back, and I need to bring some more back from the gallery. Could have thought I'd sell more. I got them there early. When I sold them early, the ones that sold were early.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be too distinct of a shape right now, but I can calm it down. I grab a little brown. Reinforce that part a little bit. I'm going to grab a bigger brush. It'll go quicker. I think that's a 3/8 inch angle brush. It's getting worn off. Oh, yep, I think that's what that says. From Royal and Langnickel.
Well loved.
Yeah.
Proof you use it.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see how transparent that is. It's going to need a couple coats. Oh, I am getting a lighter orange where the white is. I'm glad it didn't rain tomorrow. Or it's not going to rain tomorrow, is it?
I don't know.
We had rain. We needed rain. We had rain today.
I think it's just raining this weekend.
Because I don't want the trick-or-treaters to...
Yeah, get soggy.
Yeah.
Soggy children. Let's see. Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Oh, I wanted to...
Tuesday.
I wanted to get one more bike ride in before it gets too cold.
Oh, it'll be high of 54 on Wednesday.
You know, if I go... Well, I don't have to go 20 miles an hour, but that's chilly.
Yeah.
But I can wear 2 jackets or something.
Sunny Thursday, but it's a little chillier.
I'm just putting some yellow in.
But the sun could change that. Because, like, partly cloudy Wednesday with sunny on the chillier day of Thursday.
Yeah, I can get one, and I just have to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Wear some gloves.
Yep.
Yeah, when I stop, it's kind of like it's not a motorcycle. It's just an electric bike. If I stop long enough, I get hot because, the sun's warm. Air temperature's not that cold.
Mm-hmm.
I guys need to let it dry here. It's not doing much. But I do like the direction it's headed. So that beak, can you see? Yep. Compared to that beak, this one's darker. It's more in the shade. Or either beak. Am I getting it? Hopefully Emily sets it all up and I don't know if I get it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. I don't see it, but I'm moving on my phone.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have the chat up.
We're so far so good. My computer buffered. Or spinny wheeled. I don't think my phone did.
Yeah, I don't have it up on my iPad, so I don't know. It's a little quinacridone, a little orange. So when I paint the brown underneath, it warms up a little bit when I come over with the semi-transparent red-orange color. Now, not every acrylic paint, you'll just have to look at the tube to see if it's transparent, semi-transparent. Well, that's starting to work.
That's cute.
Yeah. And then that shape really toned down. I don't know if I'll mess with it more. And then after I say that, I always do. Oh, it's sticky. I gotta leave it alone. I'm just rinsing out my brush in case I forget about it. I have found them the next day, or even later, soaked them in hand sanitizer, let them sit, rubbing alcohol. I was listening to a guy who was YouTube guy, loads of followers, and he's like, you get acrylic paint on your carpet and you can't get it out. I'm like, well, that's sort of true.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he knows about alcohol and acrylic paints.
Mm.
He said a couple other things too. I'm like,
You're like, I don't know.
I don't know, Let's see, how do I want to... It's a little... I want to get on top of it and in front of it instead of off to the side. Just go slow and dab. I don't think I like that either. Let's just kind of... If I go too far, I can let it dry and, fix it. That might be pretty good. Let's just leave that alone. Okay, let's put some feathers in. So one thing I'm doing, I'm using a 3/4 inch flat brush. I have a couple. I have another one. They're inexpensive. This one's from US Art Supply. It's also, I didn't reshape it very well. This one's from Royal and Langnickel. Came in a pack. I've got a slightly yellow white that I'm using for highlights. But I don't know if this one, it gets a little tricky in that where is it going to be? But also, my reference photo does help. Sorry, I'm moving things. It's not a strong light, but I would still have some on the top if my sun's coming from the top left. And then the shadows underneath the chin or the face. So I think all that still works. And it's just how light right here. I'm going to put that in and just see how it looks. Okay, I want to get over here. Let's see if I can get my... And then I'm telling myself, if I don't get it just so, it's okay. I'm trying to paint looser. Which I think I'm doing. The background's... That may be what's also bugging me about the background. It's so loose.
Mm-hmm.
I'll grab a little more yellow, maybe.
Yeah, once the geese are on, I feel like the background won't be so stark to you.
Yeah. And I can also darken some of the shadows on the geese like I did on the one on the right. I liked it better when I got two of them on. I thought, oh, I like this. And then today I'm like, I don't think I like this. Oops, probably no shadow or no highlight over there, but I think I'll just leave it. Okay, so the eye's kind of dented in. It kind of comes down. But sometimes a yellow white can look brighter than a white white. Like this. It's going to probably look white.
White?
In the video. It looks pretty white in person. Because color is relative, and this is darker, yellower. I'm going to get a smaller brush maybe for a minute. Number 4 round. Ooh, it's loaded with water. I don't know, I kind of feel like we might have like a little... I'll just connect it. And then usually it kind of sticks out here because their beaks kind of go wide there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll just do that. Okay, and then maybe a little, keep it warm. So I'm sure you can find examples where it's not this way, but a good rule of thumb, so you have one less thing to think about, is warm in the sun, cool in the shade. And so this is more in the sun than this. Oh, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe let's paint the shadow first. Just gonna make some mud here. So I just drew that shape to help me. It really helps me doing a live when I video, I'm off to the right so I can video, but I can stop, since I time lapse sections of it, I can like put it on my lap if I need to for a little bit. And it might be too much white. Do a little adjusting. I don't know if any of those changes I made mixing made a bit of difference. Oh, is my head in there?
A little bit. I was just thinking about scooching it in.
Well, I can also lean back.
Because it's like the side of your...
I just felt it, I'm fine if you're fine. I felt it I felt my ear touch it.
That's how close you are.
Yeah. I'm just going to warm it up a little. You don't have to do this necessarily. Oh, you can tell I'm having, I don't know if you can tell, I can tell I'm having a hard time. Oh, that's gonna, well, that'll be okay. I might lose that edge because of the background. But actually, that might be an okay thing. You can see some of the background color coming through, which is either fine or it just needs another layer depending on the look you want. That might not be a bad deal. As she's going for a smidge of white on the very tip of her brush. So I'm like, do I want that edge or not? Or do I want part of the edge? So I put the color where I thought I wanted the strongest, and then I'm just, oh, I'm starting to lift. Blend it in a little bit. I don't know if I needed to do that or if I like that. Oh, it's lifting. All right, let's just let it dry. So a lot of my first layer of colors isn't, it just depends on the look you want. For what I typically do, it's not very blended. It might be even blocky, choppy. So one thing I've been doing, which is fun, and I might want to emphasize this more, is, so the sun is, let's see if I can hold this and talk about it. The sun's coming from over here. And so there's a little reflective light, but it's like a light green. I hope that's in frame.
I love his little butt feathers.
Oh, he has little butt feathers.
Yeah, you can see those really well.
So this one is kind of a light blue. There could be next to a pond. Hopefully that wasn't too awkward and you guys could see. Oop, I need to scoot this over. So now I have to think, so that would be on this side. So I could use like green that color up, or I could just kind of use this color I've already got going. Just could have used it. I don't think I needed any white in there. And just put some in. You don't have to put it all the way up and down. You could. I think I'm going to put it. And if I go too far or don't go far enough, I can add more. It's not as bright as I thought it would be. I don't know if it's just because it's almost nighttime now out there.
Yeah.
I think it might actually be nighttime. I thought it was just cloudy from the rain.
Oh yeah, it's like 6:30, so yeah, it's dark out.
I suppose.
You could pull those down now that it's not like the lights if you wanted.
Yeah, I don't care.
And you have 7. We didn't talk if we had a break.
I have one little.
Okay, you have like 7 minutes.
Okay. We'll just call it there. All I'm thinking now is just vary the line. Okay, let that dry. This is a decent example of painting in layers, which you do in oils too. You might paint a thin layer of, I don't know, like a burnt umber sketch and painting. You wouldn't have to do it in different colors. Okay, I think this is going to catch some light. So what I'm doing is I'm setting myself up so then I don't have to think as much. You know, reflective light, actual light. If it's coming from over here, it might catch, we'll say like here. Maybe we'll bring it. I don't really bring it down that far on the other ones on the right-hand side. Whoops. What's nice about the background being dry is I can wash it. Oh, I guess I did kind of want some of that paint there. Just couldn't see. I I doubt it's cured. I might be able to. I don't know. I have a yellow dot right there. I might be able to wake it up if I really scrub it.
Mm-hmm.
It might be, though. It's pretty dry. Let's see if I can get this. I don't recommend you guys painting like I'm doing right now. Well, I don't know. You can do it. I'm doing it. Am I in frame? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta do that. Okay.
Do you think you're just going to focus on that one goose?
Oh, at the pace I'm going, probably.
Okay. I'm going to scooch it in. Because I still see your face.
Oh, that's because I have to lean over so
Yeah.
far. Well, but I could do here. Actually, if you're moving, let me move. Because I'm really off to my left.
Mm-hmm.
And my back's already starting to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're moving, I'm moving.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Might scoochy more.
If you get cold or whatever, or hot, you adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was saying I was going to do brown up here because we could say it's sort of more in the light. And he or she doesn't really have a cheek. I might kind of give him one. Okay, and then I think it's a little, let's do this. This might be too dark, but I can lighten it up. Oh, if I sit up straight, it's more in focus. So it's not like that's the greatest looking goose side of the face you've ever seen. It's just how they start, or how, for me, they start. It's drying a little darker. I think I might want it. I'm painting out my cheek for now. I'm changing my mind a little bit. Boy, that's drying fast.
Do you want me to close the window?
No, I don't think it's, I think it's just, well, my paints are at least a week old.
Yeah.
I have been using them, mucking with them, but
Mm-hmm.
well, that might be too dark. Maybe a little water in my brush. It actually gets a little lighter. Sometimes, let's see if I can describe this. Sometimes it gets a little lighter next to the dark edge. I kind of see it. Oop, I just went over my dark edge because I'm... One way to paint loose is to hold back on your brush and lean at an angle. Talk.
Yeah.
There, that might be too exaggerated, but so darker here, lighter there, and then the dark. And I'm tempted to, do I want the edge to show? I'm gonna probably end up painting it back out. Oop. So this color is phthalo blue green shade and some black. There might be a little yellow in there. I probably should stop here and do a thank you.
It's right on the dot.
Is it? I am also always. I thought of Artie earlier.
Oh, I'll grab him. next time.
Okay. Yeah. Let's leave it. You know what can be bugging me too is that the geese are probably the loosest geese I've ever painted.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the ones, so I'm looking at this one. And then I'm looking at these. I'm gonna have to hold that. Is that in? Oh yeah. I do like that this one's kind of pinker, purplier, this one's cooler. Okay, I just want to take a minute and thank Martha O for downloading 31 traceables.
Gosh.
Isn't that so nice? Thank you. Apparently, she likes the traceables. So thanks a bunch, Martha. And I don't know if we want to do any other, like, we don't do, like, we should do ads for all the places, like my YouTube merch store.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we never do, I mean, you know, I never do them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want some happy merch for happy people.
It's cute. It is.
I think that's what you usually say.
I think that's what's in the text.
Yeah. There should be a link in this description. You can get like sweatshirts, t-shirts, anything like that. They're usually, they're all like art geared. I guess except for maybe the Great Big Happy. But that's off of your art hugs, you know?
Yeah,
So.
I like the Great Big Happy Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Wear that for anything. Too dark, too blue. So you can lighten up with just white, or you can lighten up with yellow and white, and it'll stay a little warmer. Warmer meaning yellows and oranges, reds, cooler meaning blues. Purples can kind of go either way. Black. My Mars black is warmer than my blues, I think. I haven't tested every blue, but when you add a little yellow to Mars black, you get a neat olivey green. I wonder if I need a new paper towel. I might have picked up stuff on the paper towel when I tried to clean it off.
Do you want me to get you a new piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just complaining.
Okay.
A lot of times I'm kind of scared to go dark and then I end up going darker. How do I know to go blue or green? I don't. I just kind of have this mixed puddle here and I just shift the color. Do I like doing that? I think it looks a little bit more entertaining because this is a portrait of several geese instead of like I do portraits of single animals quite a bit. I wonder if I just need water. You know, sometimes I can paint for an hour and then I finally find the groove.
Mm-hmm.
I think those kind of comments can be helpful. Because
Yeah.
sometimes, like when I watch somebody on YouTube, they jump in. I'm like, wow, you look like you're doing so great. Like, how did you just jump in?
Some days it flows better than others, I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
Just like everything.
Just like everything, yeah. Yeah, I don't like any of this, just so you guys know. It's just how it goes. I'm sure there's an artist out here that likes everything they do right away. Somewhere. I'm going to grab a little of that color. So this is a little wet on wet blending. And my cheek just hit the phone again. Hopefully it didn't wiggle too bad.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, I think we want a little lighter We'll just try this color. It kind of goes like right here. Oh, that's not much lighter. Maybe I need to go darker. A little water. So I just took the corner of my brush in my dirty water. I have 2 waters, one clean, one dirty. Mostly because I started painting with watercolors. So I always wanted the clean water.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm picking up all kinds of stuff tonight when I'm painting. There we go. I don't think you need 2 jars necessarily. I just have 2. So my head's looking at the reference photo, and I keep kind of playing with it. I'm trying to probably be too subtle with it right now. I'm trying to make it work right away. Oops. I'm going to switch my paper towel. I think I'll just flip it over. Let's just not look at the reference photo here for a second. Okay, it is a little lighter here. It might not be dark enough for me to get the drama. Sometimes you have to sneak up on it. Or I do, I have to sneak up on it.
You like to scare it real fast?
No, tiptoe and make noise like you get kids used to do in my other office in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you wouldn't scare me.
Yeah.
That kind of sneak up on it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's not really sneaking. Work up to it. Is that better? It might not be that far off. You can mix a bunch of colors so you're not mixing all the time. I like having the puddles that last longer. They won't dry out as fast. What's nice is you can go over a line to soften it. Or an area. That might be a little better, a little contrasty. All right, let's get more. I can feel that I'm not happy with the head and the shadows and the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just need to get more of the neck in and come back. Of course, now I'm gonna do this again. Actually, I think I like that a little better, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty dark. That's gonna be too dark. No, I don't like that. I wonder if this is too dark. All right, take my own advice. I'm cleaning out my brush. I want this lighter. So one way to do it would be to lighten it. Let's do that a little bit. And another way to do it is to have darker values next to it.
Melina asks, Annie, do you use Naples yellow?
I did. I used to have it quite a bit, and then I realized if I put some, for Liquitex, if I put some white and yellow oxide, it's really close to Naples yellow. So I just started buying yellow oxide because it was more versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Maple yellows is pretty light. It's pretty close to this color, I think.
Mm-hmm. Melina also says, I based cheese in Naples yellow, but highlighting in white didn't look good. Then used a light yellow, still didn't like it.
Based cheese?
B-A-S-E-D.
Oh, probably like I did here.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom layer. Yeah, cheese is more, that's too brown. It probably looks brown.
Mm-hmm.
You can get there. You could paint it white. I would use brown to darken it too for the shadows, though, for the cheese.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just maybe a little orange. Depends on the cheese color. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming yellow cheese. Yeah, that's the same trouble I have like with the pumpkin. Like you can really fight with yellow, trying to get it white. Which is why, like, I like that I put some white in here, makes that more orange. Put white underneath and then paint the yellow.
Is that because they're transparent?
Yep, they're well,
Okay.
probably her paint is semi-transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Good question, Em.
Thank you.
With Liquitex, that box is half full on the diagonal, so that means it's semi-transparent. But just because the box is all the way full, if you use water with it or some sort of medium, it will get more transparent. And even white, I think, needs a couple coats anyway. So I don't know. I hope that helps a little. It reminds me of the pumpkin we did. Was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much had the same problem. I don't know if that would help watching it or not because I just fight with it. And I really should have lightened it up. But like the inside glows great because I used white in there. Yeah, they tell you to work dark to light, but sometimes with yellow, it's better to have white and then go dark, sneak up on the darker.
Melina says, I used raw sienna. Maybe undercoating in white would work.
I think so. Try working white to darker.
Well, because like if you really want a yellow to pop, you always do that.
Yeah.
White underneath.
Reds too.
Oh, you have red too?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oranges. Oh, and I'll do it. I know better, and I'll do it. I'm not liking the value. And I know I don't have to get it right. That's too dark. You know, I just kind of keep, let's just spread it out and work with it.
Melina says, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally fought with it on the pumpkin we did during the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
When I knew painting that pumpkin on a dark background, I wanted it to be dramatic. But I'm still like, I wasn't quite getting the glow I want or the color I want.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it isn't good, though. That's another thing that's hard. Other people will like it, and you'll be going, oh, but I didn't get the glow on the pumpkin I wanted. I'm right back to that value.
Oh, hi, friend. How are you?
You can paint faster. You could paint. So if I wanted to paint faster, which is one of my goals, pretty much paint like even the center of the neck, just one value, one color.
Mm-hmm.
Go quicker, and then come back and make adjustments. If Melina's still there, I wonder what brand of paint she uses, just out of curiosity. If you don't want to share, don't worry about it. Oh, I don't want orange. Well, we'll just put it in here. I'm really not getting much of a value shift. I keep trying. So one thing I did is, these are orange, so all my beaks are going to be orange. So I put the dark red down there. But the flip side is, if I would have had the really dark, these would have popped. But that was my thinking. I don't know if it was right. I mean, it's not like it's horribly wrong or anything. There's where, like, yellow being semi-transparent, just warm it up a little bit and scrub it right in there. Instead of trying to mix the right color, just gonna come back and yeah, that off-white looks white. And I just pretty much painted it out.
Liquitex and golden.
Oh yeah, goldens are supposed to be great.
Marty says, hi, Freckles. I'm watching and working. Marty says, hi, Freckles.
Hey, you should really get the howl going. Just really let one
For
rip.
everyone.
Of course, she's not on mic.
It was loud on the phone call. Did I call you like Monday or
know.
Sunday?
That still wasn't her top.
It was loud.
But with the mics, it'll mute her some.
Yeah, she really knows how to like project, you know?
She's like an opera singer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's not going to do it.
Nah. No. Not while you're talking sass on her.
So brushstroke direction sort of matters, but these feathers are so little. That's a strong phthalos. A lot of artists don't paint with phthalos because it even gets me. It's such a strong color. But I really like them. I mean, I like the color. It's kind of like Mars Black. I know it's going to be really strong, and I always grab too much. I'm going to paint a little bit underneath there. Maybe just grab like a little white. So this is sort of like painting a pear. You know, it's round. I'm talking about reflective light here on the left side right now. Let's carry that up. I just dropped something on the floor. I think it was paint.
Do you want me to go look for it?
No.
Okay.
No, I have lots of
Steely.
rugs on
Lots
top
of
of the
rugs.
carpet.
So many rugs.
Yeah, I should have got bigger than the 3x5s.
Right. It was fine for the other one. And, well, the thing is that you already had... Oh, the 3x5s are the new ones. No, they're not.
Yeah. That's what I think it said on Amazon. Because they don't have 3x4s. Remember we had that conversation?
Yeah, but that's not a 3x5 because that's not as long as I am tall.
Oh, yeah. That's way too small.
That's a 2x3.
That's a 2x3. I ordered the wrong size. That's what's wrong.
That's what's wrong.
Well, I could put them in front of like the doors or something downstairs.
I just heard the oh yeah, the recognition in your voice of like, oh yeah, that isn't.
I got the wrong size.
Me, it's whatever.
I don't think I'm going to fix it.
No.
All right, I'm liking that a little better. I don't know. If that's annoying, you can let me know too. Mostly I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. Let's, one thing I like to do is hold my palette pretty much in the same place. I mean, it's not super clean, but I'll have a somewhat clean spot for my thumb compared to here. But also then I'm always grabbing from the same angle from the paint. So it makes me a little bit better at palette management. Sometimes I don't do a good job of that.
Palette management.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing.
I like it. It feels real.
So I just took a color value in between the two and it blends it, so to speak. I don't know how to word that. It just kind of it doesn't blend it smooth. Like I think I might want to lighten. Oh, maybe we do. So at this stage I'm pretty much thinking light, switching up my colors, shapes. Even though I don't like the background, I really want to try and fix it. I really don't know what to do with it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've been known to fix it anyway. I don't know if that works. It kind of does. I'm looking at the reference photo for a little help. The light's soft in the reference photo, but it still helps me with direction with this one. Okay. Are we I feel like we're a little too flat.
Like him?
Yeah, or not.
Yeah,
like,
he's a little
I'm looking for
flatty.
like tube.
Yeah, we want tubish.
But it's kind of, to get the drama, it's kind of nice to have the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I need to go, as I'm listening to myself, I may need to go actually darker in the middle.
Okay.
I'm glad you agree.
Okay, whatever you think.
Yeah, that might be. It's my purple. What color that is? Yeah, it's kind of purpley. know if that's going to be dark enough. I need water. I think that's my problem tonight is water. I'm dry. The paints are dry. That sounded like a dog outside.
It did.
Oh, okay. It's like, what was that?
A little pupper.
I don't see the value changes in the reference photo. I'm just going off of, oh gosh, I went to 3 universities. And then they make you take, like, they made me take the color theory class. And then in that class, and in a drawing class, they make you paint, cones and spheres and reflective light. And, I mean, it's good practice. It's not very exciting.
They made you paint in your drawing class?
Yeah. Well, not paint. Well, shade. You use charcoal. To me, it's all kind of the same thing. I'm not liking what's going on here. I'm panicking a little.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
I'm getting brush marks. Oh, when you do that, you kind of want to sweep. So off on the canvas, up. And then also I'm going to have to stop because there's a little breeze coming to my window. It's going to dry quick here. Yeah, that kind of, I'm not happy with that. Maybe I will have you shut the window, Em.
Okay. I'm up. I'm running.
Oh yeah, so look, it's lifting and I'm getting another new line. Well, that's lovely. All right, let it dry. I do think darker was the right direction to go in. Now I don't know if I mind the face so much anymore. Thanks. Oh, you're not going to let the neighbors see me?
Yeah. They can peep in someone else's windows.
I don't know that I get that many peepers. It's hard to say.
I know.
If they're, block away with binoculars, I don't know.
True. Oh, that little bottom section didn't flip, so they can see you anyway.
The little bottom section.
Of the...
Oh, I
blinds.
thought you meant the stream.
No.
You mean the blinds. So that's really yellow. Do we like that? That's straight up white. We could have a wild hare.
Ooh.
I like wild hares.
A wild goose hair.
Feather.
Oh yeah, feather.
I said hair, but yeah, now I need a little bit more for my taste. You can get it too round.
The goose is on the loose.
Now that makes me want to put this up here. Ooh. It's got a lot of yellow. So I started where I thought I wanted most of the color. Well, now I've got white though, coming off of the brush.
I can't believe... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Just things are happening I'm not planning on.
Getting Christmas ads already is insane.
When I was at Target, which is sort of an all-purpose grocery store, clothes store, in case people don't know, they were putting up Christmas decorations.
Oh, really?
Big time. Like
Wow.
Lots of shelves worth, lots of people.
Wow. Well, then I better go because they always go so fast.
Yeah.
And I want my Christmas bush this year. Because last year I waited too long and then it never came back in stock. And I just want it's basically like a little tree that's in a little pre-potted situation. And I want to call it my Christmas bush because I don't want a full tree.
Oh, yeah, I don't want a full tree, but I want a tree in my corner that's a...
Oh, this is only like 42 inches high.
Yeah, no, I want something taller. I want a forever tree that I'll put twinkle lights in for Christmas.
You'll put twinkle lights in it and turn them on all year.
I will. But yeah, they were putting them up.
Wow.
Oh, I could ask people here during the live or if you're watching the replay, if you've ever purchased a cane, which one did you like? I went the
cute one.
I went to, what they call it, prehab?
Prehab.
Prehab or something. So I'm getting hip replacement.
I to somebody today, I called it pre-op PT, or like I called it
Yeah.
What did I say? It was like 3 names. I'll look.
So you're
fast.
talking about me, huh?
Yeah, always.
So they, they want you to have a walker. They won't send you home unless you bring a walker. You buy one at the hospital.
Oh, pre-post-op PT.
Yeah, I guess that's
So
good.
you know how to do everything.
And they didn't say I had to get a cane, but they were showing me all the tricks. Like I could lift my leg up with it, and I'm like, that was good. And they said they were $15, $15.
You're gonna be like spinning that cane like baton twirls. You know how like they can do it where it just looks like it's going in a continuous circle?
Yeah.
That's gonna be you with that cane.
So I was just, any tips or thoughts? No pressure to if you don't want to. I'm gonna totally throw out my paper towel. It's soaked because.
You wanna do it?
One thing I do when I'm chatting and painting is I tend to
Wipe a lot.
wipe and clean more because I'm not as focused. That's the downside of
Oh, I didn't really see the roll over there.
That's the downside of a live stream. It's not quite how I paint when I'm listening to an audiobook. Yeah, chat told me about Libby for audiobooks, library app. I love it.
And I think Susie last week suggested ET, and we watched it.
Yep, ET was great. Thank you. You guys are so helpful. Other than this is bothering me a little bit, that head, sometimes it's better than you think it is. I get a little frustrated. So I'm lightening this to soften it, and I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I'm just seeing how it looks, what I think. So it's kind of watery yellow white in my brush. Really thin. That might not be bad. What I don't like, so there's like a little, not quite like a double chin like me, but a little, like, I don't know if it's double, saggy. I don't know what you'd call it.
I don't think you have a double chin.
Okay, I have something. Well, compared to when I was 20.
Oh yeah, gravity.
I have gravity chin.
You got gravity. You got a case of the gravities.
I have gravity chin. That might. I don't know, it's bugging me. I really probably listen to myself. Leave it alone. Don't look. I'm so focused on it, and it's too light. I bet because I keep lightening it. All right, is this gonna be? It's sticky. We could set this guy up a little bit and then come back. I think I like that. I just need to, something. It needs something. It's really good to step away from your paintings. All right, when I lean back and after I look at my water, I see something else I might want to do. So just a little dirty white. I could leave his head flatter or I can mess with it, and we're going to see if I like this. I just dripped water because I didn't wipe my brush. I think my next video, well, no, it won't be my next video. The next video that I video, but it's not going to post next. There's a couple in front. It's going to be a barn with little chickens.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that one. That one's
I haven't
cute.
done a barn for a while, so I think that'll be
Cute. Cute.
I kind of like that.
Cute.
It really does have kind of just like a stick up. This might dry down and I won't, oh, it's sticky. I probably can't get away with that, and I'm going to try to fix that. I really want to see if I can. Okay, let's, values do the work.
Color gets the credit.
I hope that's in frame. You know, it's going to be too light, but let's see what it does. Because I've got a darker layer underneath it. And we'll kind of go, let's see. Oh, the little feathers actually go down like that. Oh, what might be bugging me is that it might look like it's transparent with the background coming through. I have some greens. And I might go too light and I'll have to come back and fix this again. But the one thing I always like is that the layers will make it more interesting and I'll like it better. I want to say always, but that's too, got a light spot right there. That's too strong of a word. Nothing's always. So maybe I should not use green. Maybe, you guys, maybe not green if it's looking a little transparent here. Because our brains say grass is green. I mean, it doesn't have to be green. You can pull it off, but our brains. Now I need to go darker. Maybe I'm painting in on that dark. Not dark enough. Yeah, I think pretty much my problem tonight is water. Since I'm not mixing much color up. Well, now I'm kind of doing the same thing down here, and that's kind of a purpley. At least it's cooler than that background red. Oh, and my head just hit the phone. Oh, apologizing for the wiggle. It's not coming off. I wonder if it's the angle, too. Try a little water. It's going to be too thin. I can tell on my palette. Maybe. If it's everywhere, it's nowhere. I've kind of put it everywhere. That's where I like shifting the color. Because then it's not everywhere.
And if it's not everywhere?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't say that right.
If it's everywhere, it's nowhere.
So if it's not everywhere, it's everywhere.
Right. Boy, that hurt my head. That hurt my head. So I can overpaint this neck too. I think that went a little too far. Let's go a little. I don't know. I think it was better before. It's interesting. I've gotten used to jumping in and out of the creative and the critic. You can hear it when I'm talking. I bounce around. Well, I'll probably when I get quiet is when you hear the creative. Quieter. I kind of like that. I might have to go back and do the other geese with some little feathery strokes. I think I'm getting decent glow on the back. We could,
Yeah, he's looking tubular, but more.
A little more tubular. What's that from? Surfer Dudes. What's that from though? It's like a movie.
I don't know. I can hear it.
It's like
Totally tubular.
Sean Penn, really young. Is that the right guy?
Oh. Toad.
You can put like little dark bits and I'll give it more contrast. You know what the best thing for me was after I'd been painting for a while, because I was a watercolor painter. And I don't think I was that great. I'm not putting myself down. I just didn't stick with watercolor very long before I switched. When you stick with it a long time, you really learn how to fix things and what you can get away with. And then when you can't get away with it, go ahead.
Hocus Pocus. He says tubular.
Oh, he does, but that's not the original one.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of.
It isn't Hocus Pocus.
Dude, tubular.
Well, that's season specific because as we're live streaming tomorrow's Halloween. Depending on when you watch this. Is that better? Just like a little glazy, washy. I still might be a little flat here. What I need to do is step away. Oh, here, I could look at the stream. Something went wrong. Well, it's gonna make me get all out of it completely. Oh, I can see everybody.
Hello.
Oh, I got a political ad.
Oh, whoa.
And it won't let me skip.
Shocker.
Come on, I don't want to see you. Oh, it's not as bad as I think it is up close. That looks pretty cute. Yeah, I think I want this darker now that I spent all that time lightening it. This is a little awkward, but I don't want to get it too even either. Maybe just, so that's one thing about stepping back. You go, oh, fix that, and that, and then I can't remember them all. Maybe. Our light's coming from over here, so maybe we'll kind of just arc it. Could throw a couple.
My nose is a little runny today.
Is it?
I keep sniffing.
Do you have seasonal allergies?
No. Not that I know of.
That might be better. If I make that dark, I'm not going to like that either. I can't figure out this part right here. I can work on the beak some. Let's do that because it's not done. Get those values in. That might help. That's where it's great advice when I tell you to work on the entire painting all at once. So what they mean is like, get the first layer down on everything. I don't tend to do that, but it's really good advice and it can really help you. I'm setting a bad example. I'm not being a good parent.
Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. So now I want to put a highlight in the eye once I start getting,
You know what I kind of thought about doing? I might crochet some stockings.
Oh,
I thought that would be cute.
really cute. Let's see. Yeah, I want to do it over here. Oh, that's not much lighter. We'll leave it. Oh, but I like that eye switch better already. Isn't that funny? I don't know if you guys have the same response. And it's going to dry down. It might still need, gosh, I got to make sure my hands aren't too dry. I'm going to bring it closer to the, oh, I'm liking him. He's not so bad. He's pretty close to the other guy that you can't see off camera.
You like him?
He's getting there. He's close enough to where finish. Oh God, excuse me. I'm trying to get it in. It could use even another highlight, but I already like it better. And I like that eye kind of has an arch at the top, makes it friendly. Like this eye doesn't, and of course it's littler. This eye I put a little eyelash on it. I don't know if you can see it. Gosh, that's really close. Maybe if I back up. For a while, I thought about doing all blue eyes, and I thought, well, I'll just go kind of like, not just dark eyes, but lean on the dark side. Beak. I bet you I've got too much water in there. So I've got my number 4 round. I'm going to just put in some yellow. I don't know if it's going to help. I waited at least a day before I used the chalk pastel to trace the photo. But today it's all stuck into the paint, which is okay, just paint over it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, huh. Let's give him a little, let's see, I'm gonna go back and look at, yeah, I still don't know if I like the background. I wonder if it's because I always do such simple backgrounds
Yeah.
that my brain is like, what?
He's definitely tubular though now.
I think he's a lot better.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
the thin spots are kind of nice. That's just thin paint,
Yeah.
almost glowing through. That's what's nice about having a warm, whatever color background. It'll affect it. I painted 2 snowmen one year, and one I painted the background gray and first, and one I didn't, and you could tell. Even though it was the same colors and everything. Bring that down here. I am pleased with myself. I don't have a ton of detail in the geese like I sometimes do. Like when I paint a cow, I don't get all the hair, but I'll really paint a lot of them. So you can get subtle shading by just a layer. I don't know if I quite like that. I'm trying to, it's drying on me. So it has a dark looking tip of the beak, but I think I might make it light. They're all geese because they have, I assume, actually I don't know, I'm not a goose expert, but they all have like this, where ducks have more of the, I don't know what to call it, the bill.
Mm-hmm.
This goes up onto their, like the duck bill would stop in here.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not all the same variety. I mean, they're different, definitely from different photos. I think I might, I don't know what I want to do. Because, of course, when you go off track, you get yourself in trouble. Because you don't know what it looks like. At least I don't. But then you call that artistic license. And somebody will love it. Go, oh, I love that you did that. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was planned.
Very intentional.
Yep. Don't go watch my live stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just kind of put a flat color in there and see what happens. It's a little pink. It probably could be lighter, but I'm kind of guessing on the light. I'm going to make it lighter. Okay, and I definitely want the bottom part of the beak darker. We could glaze it with some brown. Actually, I kind of have a brown orange down here. Maybe I want that. Grab a little water because I can't see anything happening. Let's just see what this does. Oh, and I could bring out that a little bit. That's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. Let's grab some of my, let's widen this up. I'm getting my back, I'm doing the double hunch.
Mm-hmm.
So hunch over, but then tip my head back to get it in the right. I should have my reading glasses on. I never think of that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
he looks so much better than he did in the beginning.
Oh, good. Well, that's
He was
good.
looking...
That's the point of the live streams, is
Yeah.
to see it develop. I can remember, because I was one of those kids that could take all kinds of art classes in middle school. But I can remember my art teacher saying to me, don't stop. And I'm like, but what do I do to fix it? I don't know. He's like, just keep trying to fix it. Look at your reference photo. You know, you don't have to have a reference photo for everything. It just can help you.
Yeah, like even if you jump back 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard because you don't, but you learn. I mean, you make a million mistakes in I do it every single painting. You've watched me make mistakes here. And you just keep going. And it's like, okay, how do you know when to stop? For me, it's different for everybody when I'm not making improvements that are helping. I'll even just stop for the day or start a new painting. I'm going to go black. I don't see it in the reference photo, but I'm going for more drama. Let's see how much I hate this. Oh, that's really dark. I'm going to see if I can kind of thin it out, spread it out. So I clean off my brush. There we go. Sometimes the good old finger swipe. I like that caught too much in the middle.
Good old finger swipe.
Paint with your fingers. I actually kind of like it. I'm going to put more drama in my other beaks. I am pleased that I'm painting looser, but it does bug me. It's not my go-to. Does that sound really, that sounds funny. Emily chuckled.
That's a messy palette.
Oh, it's a messy palette. I might start a new one.
Wow.
It's messy, it's kind of sticky. Oh, that's not as dark as I thought. Maybe I should just grab a little brown.
The palette's seen some things.
I'm gonna rinse out my brush, sort of. Leave a little water in it. Oh, and I pretty much erased it. Okay, let's try it again. No, I just made another mistake. That word, I think in me, a lot worse than it is. Or failing sounds so terrible. Like, no, make a bunch of them. Okay, so now I'm thinking that's too strong, but I think I want that because I'm going to darken this up here too. And then maybe darken. Yeah, he's a little darker. You don't have to do all this, but this is kind of what's more fun for me, and it'll make it, even though it's a loose painting, it might make it have a little bit more of a realistic feel. Kind of see where things get dark. Yeah, because that makes this kind of come up and curve because I made this edge darker over here. Can you guys see that? Is that way too much in the weeds for you? That might be.
I was only half listening, so I can't reply for the.
I was actually
all
talking
of
to.
us.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm talking to them. Do you want me to repeat it?
No,
I can. And sometimes I don't do the right edge the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want an edge, you just make them similar value. They don't have to be the same color. So to go darker, quinacridone or red will do the trick. Brown does the trick. If you want more juice, use the quinacridone. I'm going to grab a little orange. Okay, I need to step back. That might be too strong. His beak is pretty much one value. Hers. I still want a title. I mean, I don't dislike Gaggle of Geese. So now I'm making it up, which makes it a little harder because there's not much of a light source. And the values are more similar than I have. But we could play with making it rounder. Much time.
They look like they're like frantically looking for something. In a way too.
Oh, they do. Well, I always see I always see office people, like I do with the pears. Like, what? A meeting now?
Yeah.
I could say meeting time. I haven't used that one yet.
Nah. I like Gaggle better than that.
I have about 9 minutes. Okay. Well, because there's not is that grass and what is that back there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going a little off my last thought. I've changed my mind a little bit. I don't know if this will work because it's so transparent. We were talking about cheese earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want a subtle value change, that's what's really nice about the yellow. Just kind of lay it in there. And I always go for more, and I should leave it alone and come back later. Some lessons are, I don't know, I resist. That might help a little bit. Yes, I'm overthinking a beak. A little darker. This made me nervous for a second, but I think it's okay. Like sometimes you get some weird, you need to step back and see if you've got some weird twists. I actually could go darker a little higher up, but let's leave it alone. I don't know where to, that's going to stick out. Let's just scumble in some dark color and see how frustrated I get. Make the light a little higher up, a little more up and over here. And it may not make that much of a difference. That's just what I'm thinking. I'm just going to grab some straight up orange. Just kind of blend it in. I don't know if I want to blend that. I'm going to grab some yellow. I think I kind of want to leave that lighter. You can get some really soft blends by doing these little sections like that, if you like that sort of thing. So I lightened up with all that yellow, and I don't know if I needed to. And I've lost the detail around the nostril. I don't know if that's what you call it on a bird. I can put it back in. Oh, yellow or orange. I said yellow, and yeah, I'm just slapping it on. I'm adjusting the values. Okay, do I want to? It really doesn't. Maybe I'm looking at the nostril thing. It's bigger than I have it.
There's some hardy nostrils.
Well, and it's almost more pink and raised
Mm-hmm.
in the reference photo. I don't know how much I want to mess with that, and here I go messing with it. See, now I'm not grabbing from the right side. I moved my thumb and my palette. Now I don't know where my mixing spot was. There it is. Maybe. That's close to the same value. Yeah, there are more efficient ways to paint. Huh. I don't mind that. It's still close to the same value. Watch this be too light. Maybe I'll just leave it like that, maybe. Kind of undescript. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to talk about it a bunch. That's something that might help. I'll see if I can try to articulate it. So one thing I do quite a bit, I'm just making sure my hands aren't covered in paint. We'll talk about the ring of this eye. So I just shift the value and the color in it, and it'll look more real. Or more believable, maybe is the right word. So that pink above the nostril, I think, helps. But nobody views it. They view it probably like you might be seeing it on the live stream. I'll have to go back and look at the live stream. Mm. But you can even see my chalk pastel lines, but they're okay. I should even maybe lighten, I don't know, because it's in the shadow. But I could even lighten it some more. Here, I did the same thing with the other two eyes. Oops, I'm picking up more than I need.
Susie says, it's beautiful. It looks real.
Thanks. Yeah, but it still has a painterly feel. So break lines, shift the values. And I'm getting better at not needing to shift as many things and do as many things. Oh, I can see that right now. Right there needs a little more rounding maybe. The more I did it, the more real it gets. the more detail I get in there, I'm getting a bit better. And it's not like you have to get looser. I'm just challenging myself to get looser. Oh, I'm so dry. I think I've been talking a lot today. Thanks for the compliment. I don't know if I said thank you. Sometimes these ideas aren't good ideas. I used to, the more I paint, the less frustrated I get. That might have been a pretty good idea. He might be done. Oh, no, does this still need to be darker? I think that still needs to be darker.
Oh wait, I'm not even like, I was like, my window's not even open. Where'd you point?
The shadow under the chin. You guys don't have the reference photo.
Good.
It could be okay. I'm gonna show you the reference photo so you can, oh geez, hit everything. That's what's nice about acrylic is it's dry when I hit it, or dry enough. I feel like that's darker.
Yeah.
Or it's
at least
lighter.
more contrasting.
Something.
Yeah.
Of course, I've got a dark stripe here.
Yeah.
Or,
in comparison to what you got, it's definitely darker.
but I don't necessarily have to do it. I'm gonna look at the stream. Oh, because I like it better on the stream. Oh, it's greener on the stream. My painting is more yellow in person. I actually like
your
it.
colors, I guess the neck is darker in person than it is on the stream.
Yeah, the background is greener on my iPad than it is in person.
Oh. I don't know on mine, but yeah.
I like the wild hair. And I think the blue's working. I could even glaze some blue, too. We can go and go. There's going to be a part 3. I think I'll leave like a goose or something to do. Like maybe this one. It's so fun that you guys come to work with me. That's the best thing on the planet. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's use a different brush here. I'm going to try darker again.
Okay.
It could be the blue that's bugging me. If you get the values right, it doesn't matter what color. So, that being said, let's see. Oh, that's getting dry. I'm going to poke a little water into it. That's a gorgeous color, but boy, is it strong. What do I want to do? I don't want to go green. Well, if I want to really lose it, I go green. But then I think it might not read correctly at all. Maybe we'll go brown after I did that. We'll go brown here. Okay. What do we think? It's almost like I can hear him. Oh, too light. Yep, too light. You guys are right. It's like no, that was too light. I was going to end up looking. Oh, there's a cat here. Oh, there's a couple. Then what pops into my head is, here, I need to look at my reference photo, is we had UNO art students, or maybe it was Metro College art students down at the downtown gallery. Mm-hmm. And this one was like, I've got a piece of fuzz and a pet hair in my painting. Like it wasn't okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's how you know it's an original. And she's like, oh. I mean, I don't actually know that. But I mean, they used to look for fibers and things to see.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know. Mm-hmm. It just happened to pop into my head. My watch just went off.
That's what your watch is saying. Chop, chop.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks better already. At least in person. I'm not watching the stream anymore.
Was it the blue?
It at least adds more contrast.
There is
between the background and it might be a little darker. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little darker. There's a little bit of bits of blue in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's better.
I like that
I
better
think
already.
I'll look at it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, one goose, hour and a half?
Yeah.
And I had the eye a little bit started. Oh, here, let's put a highlight in the eye and then we'll say goodbye.
They look like they're frantically looking for like their friend.
Oh, they do. That's kind of sad.
Oh no! No, they're frantically looking for.
You know, their friend's dinner.
Nothing.
No, it's okay. That doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. After you wash your brushes, you should wipe them off because then they won't drip. The little puddle won't run down the handle. It's like, what is that called? Let's see, where do I want it? Oh, that is a little lighter. Cool. I'm gonna need Artie.
Yes, you are. You kept messing with it every time I almost like stood up.
Oh, was I faking you out all the time?
Mm-hmm.
So one thing nice about stopping now is I'm going to spray this, mist it with water, and put it in a gallon baggie, and it'll help the paints come back a little bit, like a terrarium. Or I may just put out fresh paint. There's Artie. Emily made Artie. Emily made the sun. That's actually a printed sticker. That's the original of Artie. This is a printed. Oh, I'm gonna look
Goodbye,
at chat
Artie.
quick so I can say goodbye to people. In real people? Is that what I?
In real person.
Oh, I think I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this one's more orange because these beaks over here that they can't see were bugging me.
I like the little touch of pink on his beak tip.
I do too. You know, he doesn't. That one doesn't have one. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels more like the ones.
It does.
Yeah.
I like. Cute.
Well, hey guys, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. It's so much fun. I super appreciate your support. I couldn't do this without all of you guys. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye guys.